Fnatic didn't drop a single map against EG in the Masters Tokyo Grand Final, and took home their second VCT trophy in a row. Fnatic and EG already met in the winners final, and the series ended on split in an extremely close situation, literally seconds away from EG bringing the map to overtime. But when Fnatic played split the second time around, they made very noticeable changes to their defensive strategy to perfectly counter EG's game plan. In this video, I'm going to break down how Fnatic's counter strats made them the reigning VCT champions. If you want me to coach and analyze your team for free, sign up on my Discord and consider supporting me on Patreon. Throughout Fnatic's defensive half during their first matchup on split, B main continued to cause problems for them. EG ran the double duelist comp on split, which means a much stronger B execute, since both duelists can clear the scary B main choke with their dashes. B is also a harder site to retake, so when Fnatic lose control of B main, they were required to invest more resources on B to prepare for a fight. Let's take a look at these following rounds where Fnatic suffers as a result of bad B main control. Round 3 is Fnatic's gun round against EG's bonus. Boaster drops the B main one way to try and dissuade EG from pushing B main, but they push it anyway. When EG are spotted in B main, Fnatic smoke it off and continue to keep 2 players on site, while Durka holds heaven with the judge. Fnatic have no info to make any rotations and are stuck in the setup, while EG are preparing for an A split. By the time that Leo can clear B main with Sky utility, it's way too late to rotate, and EG are already in a great position to split A. In the next round, we again see B main smoked by Boaster as a bluff, but no Fnatic members are actually in B main to hold the smoke. EG start with control up mid, but return back to B main late into the round. Leo's Sky Flash doesn't hit anyone, and this gives EG a perfect timing to work up B main. Fnatic start to think that EG are working through vents again since they lost mid control, and you can see 1 star from Boostio invested to fake the A hit. You can see Boaster and Leo starting to rotate A right when EG are starting to hit B. EG get the kill on Boaster alone on site and take B, and although EG throw this round and have to save in the next, they were definitely set up to win the round. In the following round, EG again take early control of B main and grab the orb, then leave B main to go back mid. Boostio drops this cool smoke, which threatens the B main cross and denies information from Fnatic. Again, with no information in B main, Fnatic commit 2 players on B site. Even though Leo's flash gets no one, they don't want to make the same mistake again and even continue to use utility in B main when nobody is there. But EG have already worked all the way up mid and vents again. EG tricked Fnatic into having 3 players committed to B site, and Durka gets swarmed in a perfect bait and switch play from Calm. Fnatic only have 1 player left on A, and EG close out the round using their superior positioning. Now this was 3 rounds in a row where Fnatic make bad reads because they lacked proper information in B main and mid. But in the grand finals, we see a very different approach to B main compared to the first time that they played each other. Fnatic fought very hard into B main in 6 different rounds on defense. That's half of all rounds on defense. You can tell that they were determined not to let EG control B main for free like they did last time. Fnatic was basically throwing all their utility into these fights every single time. They experienced firsthand how EG's game plan on split revolved around B main control, and they were determined to deny that from them. We can see multiple rounds where Fnatic find good opportunities by catching EG trying to take control of B main. This was an amazing adjustment by Fnatic from the first game to mess with EG's game plan. Fnatic was really focused on stopping the B execute in their first matchup, but this led to many instances where mid was left completely open and uncontested. For many rounds, we saw Fnatic use a very passive mid setup, with a Cypher trip in B heaven while 2 players were on site. This is how EG was able to work up mid for free in so many rounds. Fnatic even tried to fight mid after losing these rounds, but it was clearly improvised because it was just a simple walk peek immediately after the round started. You can see EG is perfectly prepared for this common timing by using Jet Smoke to cross out of bottom mid, which can block flashes too if Fnatic used one. It's clear that Fnatic did not have a good game plan for handling mid, and they were punished for it in this first game. But in their rematch on Split, we see a very intricate trap setup immediately on the pistol round. Alpha sets up a one-way angle in vents with his cam, so he can see EG when they walk up, but they can't see the cam. This gives the perfect info and surprise timing for the rest of Fnatic to throw their utility and take the fight. Fnatic take a favorable fight, which also gives them the rest of the info that they need to close out the round. This strat was a direct adaptation from the multiple instances of bad mid control from their first matchup. Doing this as the first play in the game sends a very scary message to EG, that even if mid is quiet, it could be a very intricately set up trap play, so they need to be way more cautious this time around. Every team in the world knows that A ramp on Split is one of the most important areas for attacker side control. In their first matchup on Split, Alpha only used this passive cam in Heaven, which gave info if EG worked up ramp but did nothing really to contest it. This meant that EG were free to lurk up ramp with the Viper utility, but also take it quickly if needed. Alpha played this same cam on A every single round that he anchored there, and it really didn't help him that much. But in their rematch against EG, Alpha switched up his cam in multiple rounds to attempt to actually punish the lurk. EG was so unaware of this switch up that this cam went unnoticed in many different rounds, and it always gave Alpha good information and a chance to punish the lurk himself. Across the entire map, we saw huge adjustments from Fnatic to fix up their defensive game plan. You can tell that they really did their research, even though they actually won Split the first time that they played each other. This really shows that Fnatic know they're the team to beat, and their tournament experience blew EG out of the water this time around. Masters Tokyo was an amazing tournament for them, and I'm excited to see if they'll keep up this level of dominance at Champions. EG also made a crazy run, so stay tuned for a video on that soon. And as always, thanks for watching. Remember that I offer free team coaching live on my Discord, and also consider supporting me on Patreon, which helps me out a lot. Thanks again for watching.